Chapter 28. Zeke told him he could take time off, but after he struggled all weekend with boredom, he just couldn't stay home. Jags watched television, played his Xbox, and watched movies. Nothing helped. For the first time, Cam was in trouble, instead of him or AJ. Cam had bailed them out of some tough situations, and done so more times than he cared to remember. Jags finally had a chance to protect his older brother. But how? Cam killed a man in a crowded bar. He was guilty, and the whole damn town knew it. Jags stared at his monitor in a catatonic state. Memories of all the things Cam had done for him flooded his mind. He'd never forget the time Cam rescued him from his twisted car. Since the steering wheel was in Jags's lap, it took some creative maneuvering to get his cell phone from his front pocket. He called Cam, because that was who he always called when he got his ass into a jam.
Yup.
It hurts.
Tell me where you are before I reach through this phone and...
East on 105, just over the line into Cleveland. I hit a stop sign. My arm hurts like a mother.
Dumb shit. Don't move. Don't call anybody else. Don't blink. In fact, don't even breathe until I get there. Get me?
Jags had no clue how long it took Cam to arrive. He suspected he lost consciousness. Glancing to his left, Jags saw his furious mammoth of a brother standing beside his car, peering into the what used to be his driver's window. AJ leaned in the open window on the passenger side and laughed. If you live through this, Cam's gonna beat your ass good. Laugh it up, asshole. Wasn't it only last week that he beat your ass when he caught you smoking weed? Cam groaned. Stop talking about me like I'm not here. Once Cam freed Jags from the wreck, he helped to pick him up and fastened his seatbelt. Red and blue lights flashed across the dark sky. Cam grabbed AJ by the elbow and muscled him behind the wheel. Punch it! AJ drove off with Jags, leaving Cam there alone. Cam told the cops he was driving. They gave him a sobriety test, which registered minimal alcohol levels, but it was enough to get him 6 months of community service. Despite his guilt, Jags didn't fess up, because he'd already had 2 DUIs on his record. Zeke tapped on the cubicle wall, tearing Jags back into the present. Zeke sat in the chair beside the desk. The eccentric millionaire was dressed in blue jeans, a red button-down shirt with white stripes, and Carhartt work boots. His long black hair was tied back in a loose ponytail. Zeke glanced at his watch. Monday, 8 o'clock. You didn't even take an hour off, never mind a whole day. Jags swiveled toward Zeke and offered him his hand. Zeke accepted, and they shook. How's Cam holding up? A lot better than me. Jags surrendered to the pull of the tunnel, jutting him deeper into his keyboard. I can't lose him. It's not over. It hasn't even begun. You don't understand. I can't lose him. A plump, mature woman passed by at an unnaturally slow pace. She gave Jags a small smile as she continued past the partition. Jags jumped to his feet and glanced over his cubicle wall. Come back, you ninny. Got something to say? Sit, Zeke said. She didn't mean anything by it. He gave Zeke a sidelong look. No? Jags shoved his keyboard to the side and climbed on his desk. Hear ye, hear ye. He clapped his hands. Can I have everyone's attention, please? Before you dig out your pitchforks and torches, you should know that Cameron Wolfe is the most honorable person I've ever known, and anybody who says otherwise will have words with me. He waggled his fingers toward the ceiling. Come on, let's hear it. Clear the air. You're all a bunch of fake, backstabbing. Zeke grasped Jags's wrist and yanked. Gossiping, stuck up, boring. Jags succumbed to Zeke's pull and stumbled off the desk. Zeke caught him under the arms and righted him. In my office. Now. Sit. Zeke circled his desk. If I didn't know you better, I'd say you did some serious drugs last night. At the height of my drug-using days, I never had eyes like yours. He dropped into his executive chair and rolled to his desk. Seriously, you should see Nate. I think you popped a blood vessel. Jags hung his head and clasped his hands behind his neck. I can't lose him. Pull it together. This isn't helping your brother. Jags looked up and grinned. Did I ever tell you about the time my girlfriend hit on him? I guess she didn't realize that Cam didn't date or even leave the house. I was in deep with her, and Cam knew it. He ordered glow-in-the-dark paint online because he couldn't find it around here. He actually went online and ordered the stuff and waited for it to come in the mail, then painted "slut" in big letters on both sides of her car. We drove around for hours for the next few nights, hoping to see her car, but no such luck. That's what brothers are for. I cried my eyes out for that woman. Cam understood for the first 15 minutes. Then he dragged me out to the front yard, in the pouring rain, mind you, and proceeded to beat the crap out of me. I have no idea how long we fought, but I've never laughed so hard in my life. The only clean part on us was our teeth. I thought you were a black belt. Not for fighting. Then why do you do it 3 to 4 times a week? Keeps me in shape. It's good for concentration, too. It's my yoga. Jags wrapped his hands around the back of his neck and tilted his head back. Ugh, I can't lose him. He rocked forward and back. I can't lose him. Zeke crossed the room, opened a closet door, and pressed a sequence of numbers into the keypad of a tall safe. He retrieved a small metal box, went back to his desk, and grabbed a joint from inside. Pinching the slender rolled paper between his thumb and forefinger, he lit the end and inhaled, then offered it to Jags. It's just weed. Jags took the joint. I haven't smoked since college. It's been a while for me, too. Jags melted into the leather chair. He tilted his head back and blew out a breath of sweet, scented smoke. I stayed out past curfew every Friday and Saturday, and Cam covered for me every time. After he helped me climb in our bedroom window, he'd always say the same thing. This is the last time I cover for you. One time he caught me pantomiming his words. He beat me pretty good that night, too. Zeke plucked his cell phone from the clip on his jeans. How about we start with the basics? You need an attorney. He dialed. This guy's a shark. I've known him since college. He's the best around. Zeke left a message on his friend's voicemail, detailing the situation and Cam's contact information. After he hung up, Jags handed back what was left of the joint. Zeke rounded his desk and opened the door. I'll be by about 11:30. I'm taking you to lunch. For the next hour, Jag sat at his desk, getting some work done. Not much, but some. Normally, he spent a good part of his day socializing. Jags knew everybody he worked with on a personal level. He would hop from cubicle to cubicle and question each of his coworkers about their weekend or their loved ones, or simply tell them a joke. Jags knew how old they were, where they went to college, if they were married and to whom, how many kids they had, and if their kids had won the game on Saturday. Zeke had spoken to him several times about talking less and getting more work done, but he just couldn't help himself. By all accounts, Jags should have been fired by now, but Zeke allotted him more leniency than he deserved. Cam!
Yup,
Jags leapt from his chair and jumped high. How?
I made bail. I assumed you were the one.
It must have been Zeke. Where are you?
I'm with Gramps.
I'm on my way.
I won't be here.
Jags pitched his keys at the corner of the desk. Where will you be?
I have to see Maggie. I just wanted to call and let you know I was out.
I think Maggie can wait. We need to get you an attorney and...
Maggie can't wait.
I get it. I'll come by after work.
I'll be here.
Visions of Henry beating and raping Maggie danced through Cam's mind for the past 2 days. He was barely sane with frustration and rage. Cam may go to prison for the rest of his life or be put to death, but for now, he was free, and God help Henry if he laid one finger on her.
Cam? You're out of jail?
Yup. I need to see you. Where are you?
I'm home.
Where's that?
I'll text you the address.
On my way.